Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you my everyday makeup routine, and I've never filmed a video like this before, so I'm just gonna wing it and see how it goes. So usually in the morning I take a shower, and so my hair is wet when I put on my makeup, but today I got my hair cut and it's like 4 in the afternoon, so my hair is already dry, but I'm just going to pin it back with the bobby pin and get started. So usually in the mornings I wake up with like 15 or so minutes to get ready and shower and stuff, so I'm usually in a rush. So there's actually kind of a lot of products for how little time I have. I start with the Stila One Step Correct Primer because it's the best one I've tried and it just works really well. I'm almost out, as you can see, because usually the color like goes all the way to the bottom, but it's definitely my go-to primer in the morning. It doesn't have that like satiny silicone feeling that a lot of primers have. I know people like that, but as I've said before, I don't like it at all. This one just dries basically away, like you don't really feel it once it dries. But it does take a minute to sink in, so. Usually I like do something else during this time, but not today. So the next thing I do is combine two different NARS Pure Radiant tinted moisturizers. I have the shade Finland and this shade St. Moritz, I guess. And when I first got a tinted moisturizer, I got the Finland one, which is way too light, like way too light. So got a darker shade, and so I just blend them together. And usually I just put a little bit on the back of my hand, and then put the darker one, a little block on top, so it has this cool little look. Blend them together. And I've tried to apply this moisturizer, tinted moisturizer, in a lot of different ways, but it really just works with your hands. It's the best way I've found to apply it, and it has the nicest finish. So the next step is concealer, and I usually pick either the NARS Creamy Concealer or the Bobbi Brown Corrector, and I think I'm going to use this one today since my dark circles aren't that bad. And I have the shade Light Bisque, and it's like a pinky salmon color, and I apply it all under my eyes, but very, very lightly, because when I first started covering my under eyes, I went crazy. I always put way too much. So just having a nice light layer helps to mask the under eye circles, which I always have, but make it look more natural. If I use the Bobbi Brown Corrector, I usually still use the NARS Creamy Concealer for other spots, and I like to put some on my nose because it tends to get really red and shiny. So I don't really have blemishes other places, so I think I'm just going to put it on my nose. Then I usually go to the eyes, and to be honest, I really don't wear eyeshadow primer in the mornings. I'm just in such a hurry and I just slap stuff on and try to get out the door. So today I'm going to use the Maybelline Nudes palette. I've been enjoying it so far. It's not the greatest palette, but it's also really good for only being $10. So I think I'm going to use the shades, this like gold shade and maybe this darker brown shade. I use just like a regular shadow brush to get the stuff on my lids. There's no beautiful technique to it. I just kind of layer it on there. I don't have a special brush for it either. I just use whatever like flat eyeshadow brush I have. I have a lot of random. So one thing you have to know about me is when I apply eyeshadows, I do it really lightly. Like to me, I think I'm really packing this stuff on. Like it's looking really dark, but like on camera, and I'm sure just in general, it's not dark at all. So I'm gonna go back with that like cocoa shade on like a fluffy brush. This one is the Mirabella eye blender brush. And I just pop some in the outer corner. And then usually I take like a lighter shade, maybe like this one, and put that all by my brow bone. Just to have a little bit more definition. And I tend to have like very prominent looking veins up there, and having like a skin tone shade helps to minimize their appearance. So that's all I really do for my eyes. Sometimes I'll add a few more colors if I have extra time, but usually it's quite the simple routine. So if I have a few extra seconds, I like to fill in my brows, and today I'm going to be using the Cella Dazzling Dark Brown Eyebrow Color. I got it in an Ipsy, which is usually where I get all of my eyebrow pencils and stuff, and I don't really buy them on my own because I never know what color I am. So I just fill them in very lightly / haphazardly. I'm not very good at filling in my brows, that's for sure, but I just kind of try and help give them a little bit more shape, and they kind of fade at the ends, so I like to add a little bit more color over there. And just try to make them look a little bit normal. See, actually, you can actually really tell when I fill in my brows. That's cool, because I always feel like when I do this, nothing happens. The next thing I do is come in with a liner to tightline my eyes. I've really been enjoying the Stila one. I'm not sure what color this is. It's in Damsel. It came with the Stila in the Light palette. And I know that you're not supposed to do what I'm about to do, but I have no idea how other people do this. Like, I seriously don't think it's possible, but I usually lift up my brow, like right here a little bit, so I can get under my eyelid and get some color in there. No, you're not supposed to, but seriously, I don't get how they do it. One thing I do try to do is do it very lightly. I know it causes wrinkles and whatnot, but eventually I'm gonna be old and wrinkly anyways, so I don't really care, I guess. I don't know. I don't see it as big of a deal if you do it lightly, because I don't know how else you're supposed to do it. Then I follow with my eyelash curlers. They're nothing special. I think they're from NYC, from like Walmart or something, and they just work really well. They do what they need to do, which is curl some lashes. And then I'm gonna follow up with the L'Oreal Voluminous Waterproof Mascara. This is by far my favorite mascara for just like an everyday normal look while still looking kind of voluminous, hence the name. And I think like my look really comes together when I put mascara on. Curl the other one so you don't look weird. I don't know why I don't do this next step when I'm doing like my base and concealer. I always seem to do it after I put on my mascara. Is blush, and I'm going to be using the Tarte blush in Peaceful. It's just a really subtle, natural looking peachy tone. And I like to use an angled blush brush, and I think this one is by Crown. And I apply it at my cheeks with a little smile, and I bring it all the way up into my hairline. Then last but not least is lipstick, and I tend to gravitate towards my MAC lipsticks in the morning when I'm not really like awake yet, don't know what color I want to wear. It's just easier to go for them, and this one is in Sea Sheer. And at this point I usually blow dry my hair, but I'm just gonna take the bobby pin out and hope my bangs don't look really crazy. And that is it. That is my everyday morning makeup routine. It's pretty simple, not too many steps, but it's very natural looking, and it just gets me through the day. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more like this, just let me know in the comments. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you later. Bye. Oh, I need to film a thumbnail.